Hi everyone, thanks for joining in again. Today, I want to talk about energy. Hydrocarbon energy like petrol, gas, etc. And this story is focusing on a company that is doing some prospecting work in Zimbabwe. And this company is called Invictus Energy Limited. So they are pretty much an independent company, and they are mostly focused on oil and gas. So why these guys? Basically, I guess some news just came in. So some exciting developments from Invictus Energy came through, and they're a company that is exploring oil and gas reserves in Zimbabwe's Kobora Bassa Basin. So that's along the northern parts of Zimbabwe. So for those who didn't know, so top northern parts of Zimbabwe, that's where they are mostly doing their prospecting works. They've purchased land spanning over hundreds of thousands of acres, which is quite a sizable amount of land for them to have purchased to do all their prospecting works. They are, I guess, some more fun facts about them. They're also listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. So for those people in the diaspora who are interested in looking into them, fun facts for you, go do something about that. So Invictus Energy is an Australian-based company focused on exploring the Kobora Bassa Basin. This area is a vast and largely untapped region in Zimbabwe. They've been working to access the potential for oil and gas reserves in the area, and their latest findings are very, very, very promising. So pretty much, like, for those who don't know, really, like, a lot of these companies, the way they do their prospecting, if they're trying to go for gas or oil, they're obviously doing a lot of borehole drilling and testing and validating information, extracting raw core samples to, I guess, obviously determine if the core samples they pull out have any trace hydrocarbons in them, and using other techniques such as seismic surveys. And these techniques are pretty much generating and recording, analyzing sound waves that travel through the earth. So that pretty much just says what they're doing, essentially just generating sound waves and directing the sound waves in a particular direction, and then you record that information, and then you're able to interpret that data, and it paints the picture of what's happening underneath. And obviously, if there's something beneath whatever rock formation or ground formation you are doing these surveys, it tells you, I guess, like the densities of the different formations of the ground, and you can interpret what's there based on how dense the medium in which that you are penetrating that sound waves is, along with other site analysis you might do that will help build the picture and tell what's actually happening. So Invictus recently completed analysis of data from their Kobora Bassa in 2023. This seismic survey they did used high technique equipment to create images of the basin's subsurface, as I've already explained earlier. This analysis of this data revealed multiple promising areas within the Dande Formation. These areas, called prospects, have geological features that suggest they could potentially hold oil and gas reserves. So that's really big news right there for Zimbabwe, and really big news for Invictus. It means that, I guess, all their work and their investments into this particular area and region and country has a lot of potential for them, and they stand to make a lot of money. I guess as Zimbabweans will get to reap the benefits of that, because once they've finished doing all these surveying and validating experiments they're doing, eventually that will result into actually building infrastructure to extract whatever they find down there, and then go into the into selling whatever they found and producing. So it's quite good. More on this. The Dande Formation is a new target for Invictus, and while previous drilling focused on deeper formations, this current survey suggests the Thunder Formation also holds potential. This is further supported by data that they accumulated from previous drilling activities they did earlier in the year and on previous drilling events. So when they're talking about how this drilling focused on the previous drillings, focused on deeper formations, they're actually talking about going very, very deep into the ground, like hundreds of meters into the ground. So it seems like a lot of like the surveying that Invictus Energy has been performing within the land they purchased in Zimbabwe seems to be, they seem to be finding more and more things within each and every prospect they seem to be doing, which seems to be, drumming up to something really positive, really, really good. Like their previous wells, they tested, yielded really good results for them. Because like I think from a previous update they made, there was talks with a mine within their local environment near where they're operating currently, and that mine and the discussions with the people that are running that mine were along the lines of potentially building a power plant near the mine using the gas that they will eventually extract from the ground to produce electricity to supply to the mine. So they're really doing really good work out there, and they're funding some really good stuff for the country. I suppose someone else might say, well, it's not really extracting gas and oil might not be environmentally friendly, but this is great news still. It's really good news because what else is a developing country meant to do when they're faced with like positive results like this? They don't quite yet have, when the country doesn't quite have any other financial means to do anything else other than going towards the natural gas and oil route to produce revenue for the country. So this is still really, really good. So I guess like their report was pretty much just, I guess in summary of their report, they're saying that this prospect is quite promising, and they just need to now go and mature their prospects with future drilling events to further validate what they found, with more analysis and confirmations and all that sort of stuff. So that's pretty much I guess this update from the north of Zimbabwe via Invictus, and the update they just publicized for the public to be aware of. It's really great news coming from home in Zimbabwe. If you don't know anything about Invictus, I would suggest you go online, read about what they're doing, find them on their websites. I'll try to link them in the description of this video down below. And they're doing really good work and doing some really positive stuff for Zimbabwe as a whole. Let's hope that all this initial work they're doing comes to an end, and then they can start actually laying the groundwork to build infrastructure for the potential oil or gas they discover. And let's hope all this gets managed well and reaps a reward for the people of Zimbabwe and Invictus as well. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. If you haven't already, please subscribe, please. Cheers, bye.